What is up, chat man? Today we are back, and today we are reacting to shocking Michael Jordan video resurfaces saying longevity stats don't make you the GOAT. This is highly anticipated and highly recommended. As you guys know, or if you don't know, I'm the biggest LeBron James fan of all time. But lately on my channel, it's been kind of hard to defend him, man. As you guys know, I did admit, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And that was crazy, genuinely. You guys can go check that video out on my channel. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. But if you're new to my channel, you like NBA content, old NBA content to be exact, hit the subscribe button, man. With that being said, let's get straight into the video. Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan didn't even hesitate.
Oh, this again.
Yes, this again.
In a quiet interview, MJ dropped one sentence that flipped the entire GOAT debate on its head.
Well, that never drove me. I mean, the stats only add up when you put forth the effort and you don't worry about it. Good things happen to those people that work hard. If I sit here and play for the stats, I would have never retired in '93. Or I still probably...
That's crazy. That says a lot. That says a lot. Okay.
chasing Wilt Chamberlain's all-time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time scoring lead. I mean, that doesn't drive me. I mean, sure, it defines to some extent for people who don't know me, or 20 years from now would never know who Michael Jordan really is.
Yeah.
But based on the stats, he must have been pretty decent. Those are only ways that I look at stats. Other than that, it's all about winning championships and winning. Stats that matters to me is the games that we win and the rings that you collect.
If I played for stats, I'd still...
That is kind of crazy. Oh my God. Genuinely. Oh my God. If you really do put that to like a perspective, he's not wrong. He kind of got me there. I was about to defend LeBron right there, but I can't even. I can't even right there. Oh my God.
be chasing Kareem. With that, he dismissed the entire argument that LeBron's 40,000 career points somehow put him ahead. But what MJ said next, it hit harder than any dunk or buzzer beater, and it's the part most LeBron fans have never heard. Yet. And that's exactly where things start to unravel, because this goes way deeper than just stats.
He hit the free throw and has one more.
Comes Mike.
Oh, yes,
Wow.
Here comes Mike. Oh, what a play. We said he was on the runway the last time. What a play, and they want a timeout.
The viral soundbite that sparked a firestorm. When footage of Michael Jordan resurfaced online, most people assumed it would be another highlight or motivational clip. But this one felt different. It was personal. In the video, MJ explains why chasing stats never motivated him. He says, good things happen to people who work hard.
You guys think if Jordan really chased stats, you think he'd be the all-time leading scorer for like all time? Because people pass Jordan's all-time stats all the time. And LeBron's the leading scorer of all time. Do you think that says a lot? Or no, he just played the game way too long? He's in his, I think, 22nd season at the time, or 23rd. You guys let me know down below. But, he played quite a bit more than Jordan. So it does make sense. But you guys let me know your opinion. That's kind of crazy to me.
Stats? That's not what I played for. If I cared about those, I would have never retired.
Good things happen to those people that work hard. If I sit here and play for the stats, I would have never retired in '93.
That one
Wow.
quote threw gasoline on a fire that's been burning for years. The GOAT debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And for the first time, Jordan didn't just let the media do the talking. He spoke for himself. Clearly, directly, and the internet couldn't believe what he said next. Because to understand why Jordan's message hit so hard, we've got to unpack the exact stat LeBron fans have been leaning on for years. The rise of the longevity argument. As LeBron passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer,
Yes,
the GOAT
sir.
debate shifted dramatically.
History of the GOAT debate, like, did that skyrocket LeBron higher? I feel like it did. I feel like it gave him more of an edge on Jordan because he's the all-time leading scorer, But you guys let me know what you guys think about that.
Get back to the story, please.
Before that moment, Fans compared rings, MVPs, finals records, but once LeBron claimed the scoring title, the narrative evolved. Suddenly, longevity became the trump card.
Wow.
Analysts began saying things like, "You can't ignore 20 seasons of greatness. Availability is the best ability. Longevity is part of greatness." But here's the problem.
That is true, though. If you really do think about it, 20 years of being great at basketball, being one of the greatest in the league, or probably the greatest in the league, is quite impressive. I know Jordan did that himself too, but that is crazy. He did it for 20 years.
MJ saw this coming. Years ago, he predicted that the narrative would move away from winning to counting. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. And the wildest part, MJ's stats were already mind-blowing, but he left points on the board because he cared more about something else.
winning.
MJ's career, less time, more dominance. Let's break this down. Michael Jordan played 15 seasons and missed nearly 5 full years due to retirement, baseball, and injury.
Wow.
He still ended with over 32,000 points, 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs,
Wow.
and 10 scoring titles. Compare that to LeBron, over 20 seasons, 4 rings, 4 MVPs, 4 finals MVPs, more total points, but fewer scoring titles. Jordan averaged 30 points per game, the highest in NBA history.
Wow.
LeBron, around 27. MJ didn't need 20 years to make his case. In fact,
That is true. MJ didn't even need that long. Like, that guy was so different. I understand now that, Jordan is better, but it's crazy to me. I still think, like, Jordan's right here. LeBron's down here. But, if LeBron wins another ring, maybe that might change the conversation up a little bit. Let me know what y'all think about that, though. That's kind of crazy if it does.
his prime, from 1984 to 1998, was so dominant he had the league in a chokehold. But here's what really matters: why Jordan never chased Kareem. In that interview, Jordan makes it clear, "If I played for the stats, I would have never retired." He walked away from the game twice in his prime. Once in 1993,
crazy
right
doing
after a
that.
three-peat. Then again in 1999, right after another three-peat.
Wow.
Why? Because for Jordan, basketball wasn't about career milestones. It was about one thing:
Winning.
Every season had one goal: a championship.
Wow.
And this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable for some fans. Because it forces people to ask a hard question. What's the point of greatness? Is it stats or winning? And what happens when the player with the most stats doesn't have the most wins? Well, that's where the entire GOAT argument.
It is true. You can't even argue with that. If you're not a winner, you're a loser. That's just how it is. If you didn't win, you're a loser. In the league of the NBA, if you didn't win, you're a loser. So it makes sense. It's like you scoring a lot of points and losing. It doesn't make sense. And I'm starting to get that with the support from you guys. You guys kind of, helped me with that.
Starts to break down. How the media helped shift the narrative.
Go on, tell.
Bleacher Report, ESPN, FS1, you name it, almost every major sports outlet has played a role in moving the goalposts on greatness. In a recent Bleacher Report article, MJ won the GOAT vote by a single ballot. And guess what their main argument for LeBron was? When you factor in longevity, his case is undeniable. This was the same outlet that crowned Kobe Bryant the player of the decade in 2018 over Tim Duncan and Shaq, yet somehow ranked him 11th all-time in 2025.
What?
The goalposts keep moving, and players like Jordan, who played in an era where dominance and rings were the ultimate measuring sticks, suddenly find themselves having to justify their greatness to an era obsessed with analytics and advanced metrics. But here's where Jordan separates himself.
Super play. Super play by Michael. He's got 6.
The essence of competition, what Jordan really valued. At the core of Jordan's philosophy is one thing: competition. He said it himself: winning. That's the only stat that mattered. And if you look at how he approached every game, that checks out.
Gosh.
Jordan wasn't taking nights off. He wasn't chasing numbers and blowouts.
That's a big reason why I have a lot for a respect for Jordan. He never took no nights off. He was always excited to play. Like, if you really think from a kid perspective, you wanted to go to an NBA game and you don't see your favorite player, you'd be heartbroken. And Jordan understood that. That's why it's respect to Jordan for that.
He was obsessed with beating whoever stood in front of him. That's why he chose to host his recent Jordan Brand event in Greece, the
Wow.
birthplace of the Olympics, of competition itself. To Jordan, basketball isn't a numbers game. It's a battle, one that you either win
Or
or you
lose.
don't. And that's why this soundbite was more than just a jab at LeBron. It was a reminder of what greatness used to mean. But there's still one
Okay.
twist that most people missed about the timing of this video. Why this clip surfaced now, and what it really means. This video of Jordan wasn't new, but the timing of its resurfacing, that was no accident.
Yeah.
It popped up just as the GOAT debate reignited online.
Wow.
Just as LeBron fans began using his 40K points to seal the deal. It was a subtle reminder from MJ's camp. Don't forget who you're talking about. And the fact that it went viral speaks volumes. Fans haven't moved on. They still care. And deep down, even the loudest LeBron supporters know this. Jordan's legacy doesn't need help. It stands on its own. And maybe that's the biggest difference between them. The real GOAT argument
Wow.
was never about numbers. At the end of the day, the GOAT debate will never be settled by stats, because greatness can't be measured by how long you did it, only by how well you did it.
With stats along stats, scoring along scoring, Jordan does beat, LeBron in that. Jordan's a better scorer than LeBron, but LeBron's a good facilitator. Wow.
Michael Jordan played fewer seasons, took more time off, and still managed to dominate an entire era of basketball.
Wow.
Mentally, physically,
Wow.
and culturally. And when asked about his place in history, he didn't pull out a stat sheet. He just said, it's about winning. That's the only stat that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Let that sink in. And if you're still watching this, you probably care about more than just numbers too. So before you go, make sure to subscribe, not just for more.
But chat, we really got to talk about this. I didn't expect Jordan to predict what, us LeBron fans are would they. That's kind of crazy. I'm a big LeBron fan, so it doesn't really sit right with me, but it's like I can't disagree with it because he's speaking facts. But you guys let me know down below what you guys think. But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. But feel free to recommend me videos because why not? I'll be reacting to them. You guys be recommending me amazing videos. But with that being said, this is the end. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man, and I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.